Going on, Aquarius, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So let's get into your August love reading. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Now I am adding a portion at the end where we'll break down different scenarios in love. So we'll look into singles advice, couples advice. We'll look at gray area to see if it's someone like from your past coming in, if that's good for you, or if it's someone new and you're on the fence about it, would it be good for you? Then we're gonna look at same-sex couples. Okay, so let's start with some oracle cards here and see what the vibe is. Now this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Aquarius signs. And keep in mind, guys, that the energy could be transferable. So it could be your energy I'm picking up on, or the energy of someone around you. And these cards, guys, are Psychic Tarot Oracle. All right, so the first card you guys got was Wisdom. All right, we had a few drop here. We have Emotional Loss, Material Harvest, Obstacles and Challenges. So you're definitely in a place where you're being tested. It's like there's a lot that's coming in that you're manifesting, where it could be wealth, it could be just, you know, a good path that you're about to take, but you're moving past something. So on one end you have something good, you have something, you know, that you can actually show, something you can hold, something to, to show that you've been doing something. But there's some sort of loss that's happening. Maybe you're moving on from a person. Maybe you're moving on from like a tough situation. It could be, you know, issues at home, that sort of thing. But this takes a lot of power. And this isn't the sort of thing where you should stay quiet about what it is that you want to do. If there's something that you need to be, you know, something that needs to be known, you have to say it. Spirit is saying this is not a time for you to, you know, stay quiet with things. There's certain things that need to come out. All right, why is this Wisdom card here? And this tarot deck, guys, is Modern Witch Tarot. We have the Empress card in the reverse, so knowing that the wisest thing is for something to be let go of, or to not move forward with something. We have the Hanged One. So it's something that would be forced. It's something that doesn't come natural to you. And whatever this is, like the worst that could have happened has already happened. Maybe for some of you this had to do with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but I just feel like there's just a lot of strong fiery energy. This could have been something that was very intense for a lot of you, but where people were secretly hiding toxic stuff. So you could have been struggling through something big and not necessarily telling people. So that's why that throat chakra card is coming up. I feel like there's something you may have gone through, and someone's just, again, they're not speaking up. They're not being honest about it. Why is this Emotional Loss card here? So you guys pulled 3 5s. So 5s, just in general, that's obstacles, that's, you know, getting through tough things, but it's pushing forward, it's persevering. We have the Justice card and the 9 of Cups. So this is interesting because this talks all about karma, but with what I'm feeling, I think one person might have really gotten their ass handed to them. Like, I feel like something really tough may have happened. So if you are on the side that you are suffering, or something extreme may have happened to you, it's kind of like the universe is saying, look, I saw that. I saw that. You know, I got it. Don't worry about it. Because there's something that happens, but I feel like it's in the favor of the person who might be getting hit the hardest right now. There's something you move away from, but it's a very good thing. It brings a lot in. We have the Star card, and again, the next card here is Material Harvest. So what was holding you back? What was burdening you? We have the Eight of Cups. You manifest it once you walk away. And guys, I always say, pay attention to what happens in your life when you leave a person or a situation behind. If you see yourself right away, you know, getting great offers and all of that, that's the universe confirming you made the right choice. Especially if it's like offers and things that weren't coming in beforehand. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So something could end in a conflicting way. Maybe there's an argument. This could be someone having a lot of, you know, inner self-conflict. But I see a lot of pettiness. And someone, you know, it's like someone wants to find happiness in a certain place. And it's something that they haven't let go of yet. But it's like deep down inside, there's this knowing of, you know, this can't be trusted, or maybe I can't be trusted. So why are these obstacles and challenges card here? Alright guys, we have the Nine of Wands. We have this is the Ten of Swords in this deck, but it came with the Ten of Swords and this card as well. I like to keep them both in because it just, one says everything is fine, the other one says Ten of Swords, so I feel like it has a very different energy. Because with this everything is fine card, yeah, somebody's still hurt. Someone is still, you know, feeling the emotions of something, but they're still functioning. This is a person who's still able to get up and go to work. This is a person that they kind of surrender to the fact that they can only control so much. So there's this huge sense of inner peace that's found. And I feel like for a lot of you, there could be new love coming in, or just maybe going about a relationship or a union in a different way, but in a way that is good, is beneficial. I know that this is the love reading, but Aquarius, if there's anything financially that you are investing in, something that you've been working on, where it's just like you had to do the work before you could see some sort of profit, I see you guys really getting, you know, that profit, really seeing that money come in. But I do see a lot of peace. You had to go through something that was difficult, was conflicting, but you're good. You've been through worse. Okay, everything's fine. All right. So let's get into the past, present, and future read. Alright, so what is going on for Aquarius? Past, present, and future, August 2020. That everything is fine card keeps following you guys everywhere. Okay. You're handling your shit, Aquarius. Alright, 2 more cards here. Alright, so I'll take the one that turned over here. Alright guys, so the energy that we have is the Page of Swords. So this is you. This is you guys being in a place where you're able to articulate yourself. You're able to think clearly. You're seeing shit for what it is. And because you see it for what it is, you're not going to take it. Okay? Or maybe you're realizing that there's some sort of offer that is not going to come in. Or, again, just an offer that's not going to be accepted. But yeah, with this High Priestess and with this Page of Swords, this is like ultimate clarity. That something cannot be trusted. And when you have the High Priestess here, you don't need to see receipts. You don't need to see emails. You don't need to see anyone's phone. This is, you know, it's that knowing, that deep understanding of what's going on. Now, looking at your past, guys, we have the 3 of Wands. Everything is fine reversed. And we have the Ace of Cups. Okay? So I feel like there's something that you guys still think about. Maybe there's something that you're waiting to come in, something that you know will fulfill you. And you're in a place where I feel like you're okay, you're getting through it, but you might be playing it off like you're just a little bit better than what you really are. Okay? And it could be self-denial. It doesn't even have to be something that is conscious. But there's definitely healing here. I think that there's a lot of wishful thinking as well, and that's what's helping you to get through. All right, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Seven of Wands. So guys, really what I feel here is that for some of you, something ended here. And it's like, okay, I'm going to walk away. But are you sure? The door's still open. You know, I still have one foot in the house. Are you sure you want me to leave? You know, do you need help with anything? And then there's another part of you that is just, you know, for others of you rather, where you're turning your back on the situation 100% and you're saying, I got to stand my ground. But I feel like there's this sense of despair of saying, you know, do I still have more in me? Is this, you know, really how things are going to go at this point? Because someone's having a hard time moving away from something. Maybe someone's depressed about this, you know, maybe there's a third party involved somehow. But despite this unexpected thing, I see balance for you guys. Again, with something that, you know, didn't go the way you thought it would have. Or something that you ended, something that someone ended with you. So let's see why this everything fine card is here in the reverse. Why is this in your past? We have the Tower card. Okay. Okay, this makes sense now. And the Devil card in the reverse. So this is what happened, Aquarius. It's not that you're in denial or putting a mask on or trying to convince the world that you're better than what you are. It's that there was this knowing that, yes, this was such a drastic change, but deep down inside, you knew it was for the best. And I feel like for a lot of you, things happened in a way where the universe kind of forced it. But you're not tripping because it's like you knew it had to happen anyways. It's something that I feel like you felt coming. So big changes, but the reason why you're just, you know, just sitting here and saying like, I'm good, it's because if you look at the other side of the situation, you could be stressing yourself out. What could I have done differently? You know, and here you're just telling yourself like, no, I did what I could. This is beyond me. So I think that that's a little bit, you know, more comforting for you, where it's like, you know what, it was going to happen anyways. So it is what it is. So I feel like that's what it is. I feel like you're in a place where you're okay, but it's because you have no other choice than to be okay. Because the other option is just crying over spilled milk. All right. Lastly, the last card for the past, the Ace of Cups. So this could be, you know, a very good offer that comes in. This could be the beginning of something. Why is this Ace of Cups here? We have the Magician in the reverse. And we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So someone could have been giving an offer that wasn't solid. This could have been a player. This could have been someone who was just, you know, not wanting to commit. And I feel like there's a situation where someone could be missing something or wanting someone, but there's aspects of this that you're not aware of. For some of you, if there was a third party, it may have just been a gut feeling you have. I don't think that you got solid proof on it, though. Let me pull one more card here. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it's like someone feels something, but they don't feel like they can show the real pain that they're holding. So it's like someone's aware of something, but you guys really just have this energy of I have to go with the flow. This is what it is. Like, the energy I feel is when a person has so much faith in the universe that it's like, what's for me is for me. So if something gets ripped from me, it's because it wasn't meant to be there. So that's really what I'm feeling here. Okay. All right. Now, the current energy that we have for the present, we have the Queen of Swords. That's you guys. The Fool card in the reverse. And we have the Temperance card. So still realizing something was a bad idea, knowing what mistakes you have to avoid, and really coming into union with the desires that your soul has for you. The Queen of Swords, that's you guys being very logical, thinking very strong, being very articulate, not being afraid to put your opinion out there, not being afraid to be heard. Also being in a place where you're not going to let people really fuck with you. Okay? Nine of Wands in the reverse, there is something you're cutting out, a burden that you're releasing. And this is for good. This is not something you go back to. Okay? So with this Fool card in the reverse, this is the center of the reading. This is where all the core energy comes in. So let's see why this bad boy's popping up. We have the Two of Wands reversed. And the Queen of Cups in the reverse. You, again, realizing that something is a mistake. And I feel like whether it's you or someone else, someone is really in mourning over this. But on the good hand, or on the upper hand on this is something that you guys had to go through. When the Hierophant comes in, that's like the path of life. Think of it as like a lesson. Think of it as a teacher. So you got something out of this. It wasn't something where you just wasted your time and it's time you'll never get back. This is something that is now redirecting you on the right path. And yeah, it didn't go your way. And yeah, someone's pissed off, as fuck. But it is what it is. And mentally you're past it. You're not trying to put any more effort into this. You're bossing up. You're saying, look, I knew that this was a waste of time and effort. And you're at peace. Even if you're feeling sad or distraught, you're at ease. We have the Death card in the reverse. You're making peace with what you're not over just yet. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse, Two of Swords, and we have the Eight of Wands. For some of you, you're just actively working and, getting through your days, even if you're not, the happiest all the time. For others, you're going to have to communicate the fact that something just doesn't make you happy anymore, or maybe someone will communicate that with you. But for you guys to be able to confirm that you're on a good path, you or someone around you might be disappointed by the changes that you need to make in the present moment. So it could be a bummer at first, but you're really able to build. We have the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Whatever has hurt me is not something I'm going to go towards anymore. Or if you are hurting someone else, it's just like, look, I can't do this to you anymore. All right, so let's look at the future. We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Justice card reversed, and we have the Six of Cups. Some of you may want to build with something from the past, but you still have someone else you're holding on to, or they have someone else that they're holding on to. But let's see. We have the Strength card, and we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, guys, it keeps showing something from the past wants to come back in, but there's like secrets that come out where someone's unhappy. There's a lot of reckless energy. Someone loses faith in something. We have the Four of Cups. I really feel like there's something that could be presented to you, or it's something that could happen while traveling. But it's something that's presented to you where it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's very fast, it's very quick, it's very in your face. And you have to be honest and be like, nah, I'm good off that. Okay? Because again, this is that, I feel like I can't talk today. Because again, this is tied to a situation where something did not go your way. But it was Spirit's way of saying, hey, wake up. I had to show you that lesson. I'm sorry. It was a bit harsh, but I love you. Get out of bed. So that's sort of the energy here. Because, again, there's still injustices. There's still there's still something here where something's unfair for someone. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess for some of you. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn specifically. But you're letting go of something because you know deep down inside you can't trust it, or you know deep down inside that if you stay in this, you're just going to become depressed or remain depressed if you do feel depressed. But you're very tapped into this. And I feel like you just want to be in a place where you're stable, where you're doing well, where your money is coming in. But it's hard because I feel like despite not being able to trust something or someone not being able to trust you, there's still this sincere fondness for that person. Or they may have that sincere fondness for you, but I just feel like the timing isn't right on this. We have the Two of Cups, so see, there's a very strong connection here still. But it's like, look, despite how much I love you, despite how strong this connection is, despite, this line that I feel tethered between us, I can't. I love you, but I can't. It's reckless, and I don't want to be more unhappy. Okay? I think this is something where someone really adores you, Aquarius, or you really, really adore them. But sometimes love is not enough. Okay? And this is a case where I feel that there's a lot more that can go wrong than what can go right. Okay? So now we're going to break down the advice. So listen in on your part. And let's see what comes up. So I'm going to do general advice for all Aquarians at first. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Fool card. The Nine of Wands. You saw that something was bullshit. Okay, something came to light where you're just like, yeah, this is not something that's going to be reciprocated. But again, the worst of that has happened. Now, there is going to be something that I feel is building. It's kind of like a slow and steady wins the race sort of thing. For some of you, it could be with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but I feel like this is something where you can really be stable. You can really be organically authentic within yourself. And this is going to be a direction that is unmarked territory. This is uncharted, waters here. So Spirit is saying you have to stand your ground because you're at the point right before a breakthrough. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse again. You've gotten through the worst. And I feel like you're on the fence about whether or not do I hold on to this thing or do I let it go. All right, you let it go. You take the new path, guys. This is literally what the decision is. And it's funny because with the Two of Swords, it's pointing at the Fool card as well on one end. And then it's pointing at the Nine of Wands on another. Do I wait for something that may not be there or maybe someone I'm not talking to? Or do I take the direction, go towards, something new? For some of you, you might not be in communication with the person that, this is about for you. But yeah, something you just have to accept that it was karmic, that it wasn't meant to work out. All right, so my single Aquarians, what is the advice for you? Queen of Pentacles again. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. Knight of Wands. The Emperor. The Six of Cups. And the Ten of Wands. There's nothing wrong with having fun, having passion, going out, having sex, whatever. Like just being yourself and embracing love. It's a beautiful thing. But there's going to be, a point where you kind of need to take a grown approach on how the fun comes in. Because there's going to be a situation where, yeah, it may be available to you, but is the chaos that it can bring worth it? you have the ability to have fun with this past situation. Someone comes knocking. But it's about stability. It's about looking out for your future self as opposed to giving in to instant gratification. You have to think long term. This might be fun tonight, but will it benefit me in the long term? Will it make me feel better? Could this cause me pain? Could this cause me chaos? What do I need to do to be stable? This is a very grown and mature energy. These are energies where a person is just going to do something reckless. This is the energy of, like, let's say like a single mom who their kids is just like relying 100% on them. So it's like, you know, either I take this shift tonight or I go clubbing with my homegirls. It's like you have to do the mature thing. Okay? So again, something is presented to you, but you know better, Aquarius. Okay? All right. So for those in a relationship, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Devil card. Okay. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. I feel like someone is obsessed with someone. Or you could be dealing with a toxic situation with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel like there's a situation where somebody was a lot more invested than another person. And it's something that isn't going to be successful. And I feel like there's just someone who didn't want to get tied down to something. And someone's had it. Because someone's not being honest. Nine of Wands. Oops, Seven of Swords. And we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, something's off, guys. Someone really wants something or can be really in love or obsessed with someone, but why do you want them? I think that's the question that the cards are presenting. Why? It might be because of vanity. It might be because it looks good on the outside. But is it something that genuinely makes you happy? Because I don't think it does. For a lot of you. And for some of you, you could be the fucked up one in this. Okay? I'm not taking sides and I don't, pass judgment. We all have our moments. But I think that someone can be very toxic in this because maybe they're unsure about the path that they want to be on. But that doesn't mean that you drag people down with you. And I feel like someone needs like that friend right now to kind of smack you in the face and say, wake up. But I feel obsession. I feel very strong obsession. Someone's obsessed with the idea of someone and they're forcing something on a person that isn't for them. It's like you want something that you can't get out of this person. Okay. All right. So for those in the gray area, wondering if you should go back to someone that you've been with before or something that, something that was there for you before. Let's see if that's a good idea. It depends. It depends, Aquarius. If this is someone that you're okay just having fun with, meeting up, hooking up, and then knowing your place, knowing your lane, and knowing that it's nothing more than that, then that's fine. But if it would bother you to know that this person is seeing someone else, or if it would bother them to know that you're seeing someone else, I think you should protect yourself. So it really just depends how deep this is for you. So if this is just someone you haven't seen in years, like coming into town for a weekend, whatever, sure, whatever. But if you feel like you can get emotionally attached and it could hurt you, then don't do it. You guys have so much earth energy, just Aquarius in general, so I feel like there's a lot of good things financially happening for you guys. if this is something where you know that a person would be cheating, like if a person is married or something, I wouldn't recommend doing it. And it's not, at the end of the day, I don't care what people do as long as it doesn't affect me. But there's just something here where spirit is like, you could do it, but again, keep the peace, Aquarius. Keep the peace. There's something where I feel like you guys would really stir the pot on something, and would it be worth it at the end? Okay, but I do see an offer that could be very balancing for you, but it's in another direction, and it's something that can kind of come out of nowhere and take off very quickly. All right, so if you're in the gray area about someone who you haven't been with before, should you shoot your shot? We have the Five of Swords, the Justice card in the reverse, Two of Pentacles reversed. We have the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Tower card in the reverse. Okay. Yes, you could, but you have to be very patient. And you have to be understanding that whether it's you or this person, someone is still going through the conflict of something. They're still hurt over something. And it's something that they know is not meant to be in their life. So they're working through that. But I don't think that this person is at 100%. I don't think they're seeing clearly 100% just yet. They're getting there. I'm not saying that this is someone who is naive as shit and, you're going to be driven nuts. Nothing like that at all. But this person just went through something where they avoided a disaster. So yeah, this could be worked on, and it's something where it could be very passionate. But someone's probably going to be very defensive, and someone just wants to make sure that it's done the right way. So if this is someone you really want, then don't be discouraged if it's just simply talking. Don't rush this. It's a beautiful thing. But it's, things are better when they're stable. So let it get to that point. But yeah, it could work. All right, so for my same-sex couples, or those that are just dating the same sex, it could be singles as well. What is the advice here? The Seven of Swords in the reverse, the King of Swords, and the Page of Wands in the reverse. If someone was bullshitting another person, that shit is coming to light. I think that you guys have someone from the past coming in because they want to tell you something. Or you can be reaching out to someone from your past because you want to tell them something, but there's unfinished business and the shit is going to rock your life. I can't say that it's going to be necessarily good or bad, but it's going to really switch things up. But whether it's you who's talking shit about something, or you were doing something wrong, or another person, I think it's going to come to light. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to rock you so hard that you get pushed off your throne. You're still composed. You're still, in charge of yourself and your life. But someone is hearing from the past, and something needs to be said, and it's gonna make you guys really boss up and say, you know what, yeah, I'm done, I can't. And the person who's saying I'm done, I can't, is most likely gonna be the person that was putting the most effort into a situation. Okay, but yeah, Spirit is saying you removed yourself from something toxic. There's just gonna be something that confirms that the best thing to do was to leave something alone. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope this resonated for you. If it did, there is a link in the description below to donate. Thank you to all of those that do. It helps to keep the channel running. If you guys need a reading, I don't have my regular readings open until I'm 100% caught up, but same day readings are there, so you can check that out on the website. But other than that, you guys can follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. I'm also on Twitter, Bruja Shit. Take care, guys.